field grass, purely because it comes in nice long lengths. You can buy short lengths of static grass, up to 12mm. The slight problem with that stuff is if you get a field of it, it looks as if it's all been mown to the length of 12mm. I can take it and I can cut it, surprisingly, to random lengths. Now, I work in 7mm, so my random lengths might be from 8mm, say, up to 15mm. But they should be whatever length is appropriate for the kind of grass you're modelling and the situation where it is growing. Grass length varies enormously as to where it is, what sort of grass. It can get extremely high. So have a look and see. This particular stuff comes in 3 different colours, but of course you can always, once it's been done, you can touch it up with acrylics, dry brushing it afterwards. So I'm going to add a bit of effectively dead grass with this as well. A little bit more. Oops. Right. I'm only doing a bit because we're not going to do an awful lot. Mix it up. And there's our long grass. However, if we were to plant that, we get the vertical paintbrush or bog brush that I'm afraid we all too often see on layouts, and we really don't want that. So what we can do is, there's a couple of long ones there, just chop those. Grass doesn't very often grow like that. There are some types that do, but our normal common or garden clumps of long grass don't grow like that. Actually, it tends to be much more spaced out than that. So what we need to do is use some of our base grass mix, the mix that we laid our initial grass down with, to bulk it out. Now I have that much long grass there, and to bulk that out, what we are going to use is probably about that much of our base grass mix. So our long grass and our base grass mix. And what we'll do is we'll put all that together, and what this will give us is spindly clumps. If you want denser clumps of grass, then by all means increase the amount of long grass. It's all to taste, as it were, by observing nature. What I'm going to do is actually just put the lid on that box and give it a good shake to help the mix along. There we go, that's not too bad. Right, so there we have a mix of grass with long clumps, long pieces in it. This is it's a straight PVA and water mix, 60 or 70% PVA with the difference in water. So it's quite strong in PVA. And all I do with this is, if I want a clump of grass, say here, for want of anywhere better, let's add another one here as well. I then take a handful of my long grass mix. So as I get mixed up, that's the long grass mix that I've done. Take it like that, and then just roll it. Play plasticine snakes with it. Oops, spilling it everywhere, of course. Play plasticine snakes with it like that. Until I've got my plasticine snake, like so. And of course all that's actually doing is aligning the fibres. I can then just take that, and it's quite loose, and just plonk it fairly firmly, but don't push too hard, and plant it like a stupid hat in the glue, like that. And I need another little plasticine snake. Like so. Right. And the really hard part now, I'm afraid, is you have to leave that. You have to leave it till the glue dries. At the moment, of course, it looks like nothing on earth. And you think, what have I done to my lovely grass? Planting those stupid clumps there. However, once it's dry, we'll set about it with a hoover, and 80 or 90% of that is going to come away. And of course we'll hoover it with a pair of tights or pop socks or something over the top of the hoover so we can reclaim all that. And that should leave us with a nice plausible clump of grass afterwards. But the beauty of it is it should blend in nicely with the existing grass that's there at present. But we'll see. I'm afraid at this point, patience.